going on, everybody? Team Tommy here. Butcher nice to my left. We are the No Refunds podcast where you might not like what we got to say, but too bad, we said it. On today's show, we're talking about sports a little bit. Get back to our roots and shit when we had depth to our cast.
Wait, now you're saying we don't got no depth? We got depth.
We had depth.
We got depth.
It's a way for me to say we had more people on here.
We'll say we were more crowded.
So it's been like a super slow week in the world of, at least in the world of hip hop and shit, but sports never dies and sports never slow. So before we started recording, one of the topics on before we get to that, as I like to start every week, sir,
what's going on?
How was your previous week in life?
My shit was I ain't do shit, yo.
Okay. I figured it would be the same that it was.
I mean, I chill, I play video games, I play with my kid. That's normal to me. So when I say I don't do shit, what I really mean to the people who's listening, I was just doing the normal.
Exciting shit.
Yeah, like playing with my kid, cleaning my fucking house, playing video games. Going to work.
I got a birthday coming up. Well, first of all, I'm going to say first of all many times. Before we jump into what I got into this week, we would like to send a salute to all the veterans and all the people that are serving in the armed forces, because today, Sunday, November 11th, is Veterans Day, which is always a week before my birthday, and November 11th is also somebody else's birthday. So, shout out to all the veterans. We support y'all and everything that y'all do for us, even if your country doesn't when y'all get back home and everything. So, happy Veterans Day. My week so far has been trash. I couldn't get off yesterday, so I wasn't able to go to the Wings Festival, which I really wanted to go to in Philly this week. So that was disappointing. But next week, November 17th, is not my birthday, but I will be celebrating my birthday, which is November 18th. So November 17th, I'll be celebrating my birthday in Philadelphia. If you got the invite, come through. If you didn't get the invite, this is the open invitation to come through. Unfortunately, I don't know where it's going to be at right now, so it's like a very loose leaf invite, writing down in pencil and shit, because it may or may not happen, but I'll be celebrating my birthday, my 20-something's birthday next week. So I hope to see y'all there for that. Anything else that happened this week? I don't think anything special happened this week, which is nothing happened this week. It's
to you, like,
to the point where,
like in your life, you mean?
Yeah, it's to the point where I don't even have like any LMA updates going on right now.
I mean, we kind of have something related in a way.
I really want to. Well, yeah. Okay, so yeah,
your boy out here, boy.
y'all boy
Jacquees
is out here still singing all of his hit, which is Trip from LMA, in local gymnasiums and shit.
Yeah, he had a show in a high school gym, it looks like. Not shading him, like you gotta get in how you can get in, but you in a high school gym. It's
like people, I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while. People only support Jacquees on my feeds and my time and everything I see. People only support Jacquees when it comes to LMA. Like,
his remixes, some of his remixes.
Recently, at least, because his most infamous now hit is a cover or a remix that he did to LMA's Trip and shit. So,
and I feel like that was it only became bigger because it was taken down.
Because of the fact that LMA's people had it. Yeah. Like people really don't support Jacquees as a whole.
Well, some people do. It's more the Ratchets. The Ratchets love him. I don't know why, but
it's because I mean, I'm not going to like
4'11" ass.
He is short. People don't realize that until they see him in person and shit. And by that time, it's too late. Jacquees, as a singer, like, he's got a different type of voice, so I respect him on that front. He can sing, so I won't disrespect him on that. But it's to the point where all of his fans and everybody keeps telling me, like, his Trip version, or his version of Trip, his Jacquees remix to Trip, is better than LMA's original version. It's like, for me, everybody keeps telling me that, and I just want to know what if you feel that way, you got to be able to say or be able to recite the lyrics to the song and shit.
Well, maybe they would be able to, but it got taken down. Off all platforms.
No, the video got taken down, but he has a mixtape out right now, which still has the version on it. Yeah, that's like one.
See, I ain't know all that, but
it's a mix. It's like him and That's why I think I compared him to Tory Lanez a couple weeks ago. Him and Jacquees have a similar thing where for their mixtapes, they take a lot of people's songs and they do like remixes to them. And Jacquees' last mixtape had a bunch of remixes on it, and his most famous one was Trip. And people, when they tell me that Trip is like their favorite version of the song, whether it be from LMA or Jacquees, it's like, okay, then name me or tell me how the second verse starts, and most people can't. So people are just, like you said, people just like the controversy behind it. People don't really, like, the main people don't really support Jacquees the way that they are showing that they do when Trip comes on shit. So yeah, Jacquees was somewhere performing Trip still and not getting a lot of buzz from it. So I wish him success on his own music, and hopefully after this whole LMA shit goes by, he'll be able to have a successful career.
So you just want him to get his own hit?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, honestly, all the people that's like really going hard for Jacquees, he did put an album out a couple months ago. Can y'all name songs?
Go support that.
Can y'all name songs off his album, like besides the Trip song? Because there was no talk about Jacquees until the controversy happened. So if y'all really support somebody,
you really rocking
then y'all would know, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just do it because of controversy.
And that's been my whole thing. Like, ever since that version came out, that's been my whole thing the whole time. If you support the version of the song, then cool. But make sure you support him and all of his other shit that he does too. So it's like people are shaky, but what are you gonna do? It's social media age. You got 6 seconds to impress somebody, and that's what Jacquees did for a few seconds. Jumping into the first topic we got for today. Like I said, we're talking about sports today. Before this recording happened, we had a topic on, I guess, a couple days ago. The Rockets and Carmelo Anthony were meeting to discuss his role for the remainder of the season. That came after Carmelo shot 1 for 11, like 1 for 12 against his former team, the Thunder, in their game on TNT. So it was on Thursday, and the Rockets right now are, let's see, at 12th place. After they were first place last year, they're in 12th place in the Western Conference this year.
And pretty much they're blaming Carmelo.
At 4-7. And yeah, pretty much it seems like they're blaming Carmelo. So before we went on the air, like as soon as we hit the record button, there was a report from Bleacher Report that said the Rockets are considering getting rid of Carmelo.
Yeah.
It says Carmelo Anthony has been informed that his time with Houston is ending soon. And that comes from the New York Times, which is wild because Melo used to play for New York, and they still posting headlines about him. So, a lot of people support Carmelo because he came out of that great class 2003. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony, Darko Milicic. My question is, so I got a couple questions for you. Do you think that Carmelo is the reason why do you think that the Rockets are losing because of Carmelo? Yes. And do you think it's time for Carmelo to lace him up, as I say, hang up the shoes, the old Jordans?
I think so. I mean, like, every time that Carmelo's on a team, they just do worse for some reason.
Ever since he left Denver.
Right. Anytime that he's on a team, like, they could be doing decently before him, but they just like start tanking. So this whole Carmelo cancer thing started coming about, and then people still overhype him because the Hoodie Melo shit. But when you're playing with nobody and you're shooting, threes and you're making them all, that's different from when you're in an NBA game. So I think he's good in the whole 4-on-4 pickup game, but as far as him being NBA ready anymore, I don't think he's
not a
NBA ready
superstar anymore, and people get that
he's not
mistaken. Like, and my thing is, like, he hasn't been a superstar since maybe like his first and second year in New York.
Yeah,
at that. So New York fans are helpless at this point. Like they want to grasp onto something so bad. Like, Carmelo was their last superstar that they had in. Now they got Porzingis and he is injured. So New York Knicks fans at least want something to hold on to, and it's like
they got their rookie
right now
doing
you got
decent.
nothing. But still, the Knicks as a team, they're not finna go nowhere no time soon.
But then any team that Carmelo's on is just pretty much cancer.
Yeah.
So the other thing about that is when they were trying to do that Jimmy Butler trade, and Houston was willing to give up 4 first-round draft picks.
Right.
My immediate thought was they should really give up Carmelo. If they gave Carmelo maybe like 2 first-round draft picks, that would have went through. Jimmy Butler's playing way better than Carmelo's playing right now. So,
and it's no disrespect to Carmelo. Like,
no,
I used to be a Carmelo fan until I realized that he is more so about the money and shit. But
yeah, it's just reality check.
At this point in time, he got drafted in 2003. It is 2018. He's in his 15th year in the league, and like that at that point in time, except for LeBron,
who was a freak
everybody
of nature,
starts to deteriorate.
Right.
I mean, after like 10 years in the league, you start you either are at the end of your prime or you're like towards the tail end of your prime.
Down. So I think with him,
Carmelo, he's starting to slow down. And my thing is like when you see Steph Curry, the main thing about Carmelo Anthony is that his defense is not all the way there. But
that's not the only thing.
When you see now it's not. When you see stars like Stephen Curry and James Harden, like their defense is not all the way there, but their offense is able to outweigh everything that they do on defense. Right. Carmelo used to be that type of player.
He's just a liability right now.
Yeah,
like literally when you're
he's a liability on both sides of the ball now.
Both sides. That's my point. Like, when you're in, you're not bringing anything offensively or defensively.
It's like why are you out here?
Right, and I think that's what they're realizing. It's like okay. The Houston Rockets, they started off really good last year. Really fucking good. They ended
well, too. Like
the only thing they did, they got rid of Ariza, which I feel like was a big fucking mistake. Ariza was really, really good. But they got rid of Ariza, and next thing you know, they're bringing on Carmelo.
They thought that Carmelo's offense would have been able to outweigh
like if anything were to happen, if Harden is slipping up, because he does slip up every now and then.
There are some nights where he's not all the way on.
You know what I'm saying? Or Chris Paul's not picking up the slack. They thought, okay, we can rely on Carmelo. And I don't know if they watched Carmelo games last couple years or whatever.
Especially in Oklahoma City, because
you can't really rely on Carmelo no more.
Painful.
Like, yeah. And he tried to, make excuses me. It's because of me coming off the bench. Maybe, but because you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, like you're not playing good. I think maybe because he's coming off the bench. He's rushing his shots because he got to prove himself, but they're not falling for you, my G. Like
it's just not happening.
I'm not saying that you should, give up or retire, but I think you are now a bench player at this point. Like moving forward, whatever team you go to, you're probably just gonna come off the bench.
I think Richard Jefferson said it best, where it's time for you, like Dwayne Wade is doing. It's time for you to start your farewell tour.
Yeah,
because you've done. I mean, you've pretty much done all that you can.
I know he wanted a ring, but it's not happening.
Nah, he didn't want a ring.
He wanted a ring.
He didn't want a ring.
If
he wanted a ring, he wouldn't have took that money in New York when he did.
No, he wants a ring now. That's what I'm saying. Him going to Houston,
but he still wants to be a starter. You can't have both. You can't.
Well, no, that's why he was okay.
Can't be a starter.
That's why he was okay with coming off the bench in Houston. He was coming off the bench. Like, did he even start the season yet? No.
I have no idea. I haven't seen the Houston games for good reason.
He's been coming off the bench, and him coming off the bench, it's like a testament to the fact that he wants a ring. Houston almost beat the Golden State last year.
I feel like me personally, I feel like they would have beat the Warriors if Chris Paul was healthy during the playoffs.
Right.
Because he got injured in
the last 2 games and
5.
And James Harden, and
then the Rockets missed like 27 threes in one game in Game 7. It's like
right. So
if Chris Paul was there, I personally believe that the Rockets would have had the championship.
I think so
Chris
too.
Paul didn't get injured.
I don't know. You know what's funny about that? I mean, I don't want to let's not fuck it. Let's not go on. Because I think that if Cavaliers played the Rockets, they would have beat them.
Nah,
I think so.
I don't think so. Because I
think so.
First of all, the Western Conference is always strong in the Eastern Conference. That Eastern Conference wasn't weak, but LeBron was still strong enough. He had his powers to where he can carry a team past the Eastern Conference side of things.
He wasn't doing anything against the West. 4 All-Stars last year that Golden State did, LeBron can't cover for that. But when you only have 2,
LeBron still can't cover for that.
Yes, but he can do a lot more. They're not great. They're good shooters, but they're not great shooters like Golden State.
I'll say the series would have been closer than the Golden State one was.
I think it would have been up in the air though, honestly, because even when they played, I think what were they?
I don't really take too much from the regular season when it comes to West versus East because
I like to see how they play against them though. I like to see because it kind of lets you know. But anyway, we're going off topic.
So yeah, Melo, it might be time for you to
hang up them shoes, bro.
Pay your respects, New York Knicks fans.
All of them.
Pay your respects to Carmelo because this is finna be one of his last 2 seasons in the league. On to another sports topic in the tri-state area. Yesterday, November 10th, Jimmy Butler finally got his wish and got traded from the Minnesota Timberwolves and landed in Philadelphia, home of the Philly cheesesteaks, with the Philadelphia 76ers. So I'm not a fan of.
Let me read a trade real quick. So. Yeah. Minnesota has agreed to send Jimmy Butler and Justin Patton to Philadelphia for Robert Covington, Dario Saric, and Jared Bayless, and a 2022
I didn't even know Jared Bayless was still on the
second round pick. I don't know about that trade. I feel like Minnesota got the short end of the deal because
I mean they were going to get the short end of the deal because Jimmy Butler was going to be the best player in that deal, and
but
you weren't going to trade for anybody better than Jimmy Butler.
I feel like they should have tried. They should have tried to go for Markelle Fultz.
No,
Markelle Fultz is not playing great.
I know this. So why would you want Minnesota to
you just chose 3 other people that are not really.
My thing with Markelle
Fultz is still a fucking rookie. Like he still has potential.
He's in his second year.
His second year. But my point is, he's still brand new. He has potential to grow.
Then you're trading for hope than proven committees because Covington is a good defender and he can shoot. He can knock down the 3. And Minnesota doesn't really need. I mean, they can use a superstar. Which they were going to get out of this trade.
Derrick Rose is going to be the new superstar. Well, because he's been stepping up this season anyway.
I will say, Derrick Rose has been rejuvenated for some reason.
Yeah, it's the old Derrick Rose.
This past season. It ain't the old Derrick Rose because he ain't dunking the ball no more.
He dropped 50 though. Come on.
Yeah.
He dropped 50.
It's a new version of Derrick Rose.
That was his career high. He never dropped 50 before.
Correct, but he's
saying,
look, when he does this on a consistent basis throughout the entire season, like he did his MVP season,
he got mad metal plays in his neck.
Like every time you see Derrick Rose go up, it's like I remember.
Every time he come back, damn it! No. I think he had a sore foot like a couple days ago. Oh, he's out because of a sore foot. Shit.
It's like
you get so worried about him.
There were times where Derrick Rose will finish a hop step with a dunk afterwards, but now he's laying the ball in more, which is probably better for him now.
Because not many people come back from those kind of injuries.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Like career-ending injuries.
Derrick Rose is balling out for his situation right now. And it's crazy. But
I think didn't Zach LaVine have the same injury, ACL tear?
I don't know, but Zach LaVine is Zach LaVine's a little bit younger, so he's probably
balling.
A little bit.
He's balling right now too. He's jumping like he used to be.
It's in Chicago where it's not. No matter what you do, it's not going to be enough to get you.
I can understand if he's scared. He might get shot from the bleachers. So
jumping back to the Jimmy Butler trade because Jimmy Butler did play for Chicago first, and then worked his way out of Chicago into Minnesota, and then happened to work his way out of Minnesota after 1 year.
So how do you feel about the Philly team now?
So my thing is like people were coming up to me at work yesterday and telling me that Philadelphia is now in first place or second place in the East, and my thing is. Let me look up where they are right now.
I feel like they're second. Like as far as where they're gonna, I think they'll end second. I think that Raptors team is something else, man.
Right now, the Sixers are in 5th place and with an 8-6 record. Obviously, they're not going to stay there now that they have Jimmy Butler. I think he's set to debut on Wednesday. My personal opinion, like when I told my coworkers and everything, I feel like they're at best the 3rd best team in the East. And then one of my coworkers made me.
Who do you think is better?
Toronto and the Celtics.
You think the Celtics are better than Philly right now?
They have way more depth than Philly has right now because Philly has nobody. They didn't have anybody coming off their bench before because they got rid of. I think they got rid of Marco Bellinelli last year, which is one of their only 3-point shooters that they have. They have JJ Redick starting right now, and JJ Redick starting is probably not your best 2-guard. And then one of my coworkers told me or asked me if I feel like the 76ers are better than the first place team right now, which is Milwaukee. And I was like, damn, I forgot Milwaukee is doing a thing this year. Philly might be 4th place. I mean, at least right now, I think if everything keeps even to what's going on right now, obviously Philadelphia will improve from being 5th, but I think they might only go up to 4th place because I feel like the Celtics' depth make them better than the Sixers. Toronto having a true superstar in Kawhi and All-Star and Lowry makes them better than the Sixers, and I feel like Giannis's evolution or whatever the hell is going on in Milwaukee with the coaching, whether it's the coaching or the plays that they're running through Giannis, I feel like those three teams right now are better than the Sixers, and I feel like that's going to stay true throughout the entire season. Now, the Sixers may hop into like third place, but I don't see them taking top two in the East.
I think they're going to be better than the Celtics for sure. For sure. Like
I
have no doubt that they're going to be better than the Celtics.
My thing is based off going on because what they did last year.
I just think about their play style. Think about their play style.
Who?
Philly. Like Ben Simmons, he plays unselfish basketball.
That's because he can't shoot.
But still, that kind of helps Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler gets buckets.
Jimmy gets bucks.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have Joel. Joel's a fucking monster this season. Joel, did he get like 40 points, 20?
He had like 41 and 20. And,
40 and 20.
In a win against...
Right.
I think it was like the Hornets, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know who it was.
But
he's playing great. He's playing great. And if you add Jimmy Butler, every time Jimmy Butler was playing, he's played great. So when you add him to that equation,
Jimmy Butler was the best player on the Timberwolves.
Yeah,
he's the most consistent player on the Timberwolves.
He's the most consistent.
Yeah,
because
Derrick Rose,
Derrick Rose, he'll get 50, and he'll like get 15. But because he got to rest his knees after he played. Every time Derrick played, he got to rest his knees for like a good 3 days. Like, all right, go.
All right, we gotta
got that 50 though.
Can't do this.
I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll see you on next game. And my thing is like. You're right. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are really great in the regular season. When it came to crunch time in the playoffs last year,
but they're both still fairly new though, so I gave them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, so I agree with you in the fact that they will probably evolve in the playoffs next year or this. I guess next year, the same season, but
this playoffs,
2019 playoffs,
right?
You'll see a better Sixers team than you saw last year. So I agree with you on that, but I don't think their depth, because that was the issue last year. One, them being young and them not having enough experience when they played Boston and got beat up by 4-1 last year. So they'll improve on that, and they might actually make it to the conference finals depending on how the seeds play out. But I feel like right now the Sixers still aren't. This trade doesn't make the Sixers good enough to beat. You may disagree, but I feel like this trade doesn't make them good enough to beat the Celtics or at least the Toronto Raptors. They might be able to beat the.
I think they could beat the Celtics.
They might be able to beat the Bucks because the Bucks' depth after Giannis and their starting five is not as good either. But to each his own. Like I said, it's Philly. You got yourself
I think they needed
an all-star.
I think what they needed in Philly was like an alpha male. That type of dude.
And Jimmy Butler. That's one of the memes that I've seen going around. Like when Markelle Fultz misses an air ball or airballs a couple shots, you're going to hear Jimmy Butler in his ear. So in the locker room, it may not be good. So Jimmy Butler is good in the locker room for the first year or two. So he was decent in the Bulls locker room before he became an all-star and shit. And he was good last year in Minnesota's locker room when they finally made the playoffs for the first time in like 13 seasons or something like that. It's when things start going bad after that first season where you start to see the Jimmy Butler effect happen, where he starts to get fed up with people and they may not work out for them in the long haul. So that's why I said when you say they should have traded for Markelle Fultz, I agree in the aspect where Markelle Fultz probably shouldn't be on the Sixers right now.
He's more of a detriment right now than anything.
Right, but Minnesota should not have taken on that challenge of trying to see or work out his growing pains and shit.
But yeah, the team they have is, they don't have an old team in Minnesota right now. So they can still grow. I think what you want to do is play for tomorrow sometimes. If you know you're not going to win.
Minnesota been playing for tomorrow for the last 15 seasons, though.
Hey. Jimmy Butler's old. He's 31 years old? So he only got like maybe 3 or 4 more seasons left.
3 or 4 seasons like in his prime and shit.
Right. So like I get it to a certain degree, but you have Markelle Fultz was the first overall, like first round, first pick.
He was the Sixers' first pick.
He was the first pick though, wasn't he? Like the number 1 pick. So, and he's not the first or second pick. Not really doing that great, honestly.
Second pick.
Huh?
I think he was the second pick.
No, because Lonzo was second pick. Lonzo was the second pick. Markelle was the first pick. So
either way, the Celtics won that draft.
Yeah,
by getting Jason Tatum. So.
Well, no, I think Utah won.
With
Spider.
Not
my guy, Mitchell.
Yeah, Dante. Wait,
Dante
Exum No.
Demetrius, is it? I forgot his first name too.
Why am I drawing a blank with this dude right now?
Something Mitchell.
Donovan.
Donovan, here we go.
Christ.
Yeah, I think he's playing better than Tatum. I think so.
He is, but because they're in the Western Conference, he's not going to go further than Jason Tatum will.
It's not about that. I think how they're playing though. I think because you could fuck it. Let's move on.
So yeah, Jimmy Melo going. Either going to the bench or going out of town.
Go to the trash can.
Jimmy Butler is now a new member of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Because we got 2 more months for the trade deadline, so they should be trying to do some fire shit.
Nobody gonna trade for Carmelo. So you sent me a topic. You sent me most of these topics. Like I said, I saw the Jimmy Butler thing on my own.
Right.
Through Bleacher Report, and like I said, the Carmelo thing just popped up before we started this. You sent me a topic earlier this week where we're comparing. The good girl versus jumping from sports to relationships now.
That wasn't a very good segue, bro. You gotta work on your segue skills.
You can't really segue from sports to girl talk.
You can find a way.
Yeah, I'm
not. Speaking about being let down.
No.
Speaking about Carmelo and being let down, so we have relationships.
No, that's not how that works at all. You sent me a topic earlier this week talking about the good girl versus the bad girl, and I guess your main thing was which.
What do you prefer?
Would I prefer?
A good girl or bad girl?
So there's no one. For me, there's no one answer. I can't come home all the time to somebody that's always happy and shit. That would get annoying at the times. But
you
for a relationship,
come home and somebody's always mad though.
I was gonna say for a relationship, the good girl would be an easier situation to deal with.
Okay.
But I feel like my good girl would have to have some sort of bad girl to her when we go out. If somebody tests you, I don't want you to be a pushover and shit. Cause
why you get into fights? That shouldn't even be an issue.
It's not even that. It's just I guess it is that. But
it sounds like it. If we go out somewhere and then somebody fucking with you, like, why are you even getting into altercations? That should not be a fucking.
But I like that mindset. Yeah, I like that mindset where you're not gonna let no female step. You're not gonna let no female step to you. One, and second of all, you're not gonna let no female step to me.
I think you just need a hammer. You need a hammer on you, bro. You need to carry the hammer on you, so that way somebody step, you can just, you know what I'm saying. Like,
so I would like, yeah, it's difficult.
I don't want a girl who's gonna call.
If I had to choose, so let's deal with the extreme. If I had to choose between the extreme good girl where she don't get no issues, she keeps her mouth shut and
makes you wait for sex.
What is that a part of being a good girl?
Some good girls do that. Yeah, wait 3 months, buddy.
All right, 3 months is not a
6 months,
issue.
buddy.
No. You said 90 days already. So yeah, in the long haul, I'd rather deal with the good girl, the extremist good girl, than I would with the extremist bad girl.
She wants you to go to church with her every Sunday and Saturday.
I want to go with the bad girl. Then I don't want to wake up in the morning for one. I want to go with the bad girl. No, I would choose the good girl.
So you going to church?
I would choose the good girl to settle down with in the long haul than I would with the bad girl. Because I'm not trying to deal with no situations where I gotta break up fights every time we go out.
That's fun.
And shit. I gotta deal with people's road rage.
Think of that good content you can get if you record. Point B.
But what?
If you put a camera out every time she gets into a fight, that's great content.
No, because eventually one of them fights is gonna land her in jail, and then I'm not going to have a wife. I'm not gonna have a girlfriend to settle down to go back home to.
You can bail her out. Come on, man.
No, I won't.
Hey, boo, I got you, yo.
So, yeah.
Use your minutes to call me, yo. I got you.
Flip it and reverse it. If you had to choose between not just the good girl versus the bad girl, but the extremist good girl, somebody that's always happy or finds the bright side of everything, versus the bad girl who is always ready to pop off at the mouth on you or anybody surrounding you, what would you choose in that situation?
So I've dated both types before.
We don't gotta differentiate on this either. You
can
give your full, honest opinion.
I think that to settle down, obviously, I would think I want the good girl, only because experiences that I've had. I'm an introvert. I like to relax. I like to stay in the crib. I don't like to go out that much. Bad girls always want to go to the club, but they always want to fight too. You know what I'm saying? And they want you to fight too. Like,
when you posed that question to me, all I thought about was the Bad Girls Club and shit. And I was like, I don't want to deal with nobody for the long term that's on the Bad Girls Club.
But if I'm just dating though, I'm just dating. I want me a bad girl. You
switch it up, you know
what I'm saying? Like, talk that shit.
Because you don't gotta deal with the repercussions.
Try to stab me. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Don't.
Try to stab me.
Don't try to stab me, please.
It's sexy. That shit is fucking. Ooh.
It's not sexy.
Try to stab me. That's passion, bro. That's passion. You ever had a girl try to kill you?
No. I have not.
Shit up? You don't know what you're missing, bro.
I got like scratches on my doorknobs on all of my cars.
Your doorknobs?
Like.
Why would she scratch your doorknob?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a person or not, but I got scratches on all of my door handles on my car right now. Is what I was about to say.
Like, will she try to
I don't know
prevent
where
you
they
from getting in
came
the car?
from.
He's not gonna be able to open his car.
I don't know where they came from though. So I'm like confused. I don't want that. I don't want that type of situation.
It sounds like some passive shit.
Is it worse when it's like passive and shit? You just see a bunch of random shit that's like out of place.
Where
like for my car, it's not that big of a deal.
You go in your car and your fucking your steering wheel is missing. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's not minor. That's major. You can't go to where you need to go. I'm talking about if I go outside of my car and like
okay, what if you don't take nothing? But what if you just like loosen the nubs in your tires?
That's not little either. Because eventually the knob's gonna come off, and then my tire.
I'm put it back on.
I'm be stuck on a turnpike with my tire flying off the fucking the car and shit.
That's some shit bad girls would do. They put potatoes in your exhaust. Yo. Luckily, I've never had those kind of bad girls. The bad girls like that I've dealt with, they would just like get me into shit that I don't want to be in. Like I already don't want to leave the house, but if I'm leaving the house for you because we're dating, and then every time we leave the house, you're almost getting into a fight, bro. What the fuck did I come up? Why I leave the house? Why?
You just want to be a witness, huh? You just wanted me to be
like you wanted me to stop it, huh? You just wanted me to make sure that if niggas get involved, I'm gonna fuck the niggas up.
I'm there for you.
Man, if
you guess wrong. You done guess wrong, because if I'm there and a bunch of niggas is looking at you and it's just me, haha, you just got yourself.
Yo, because that be making me feel away, because I'm not the guy that's gonna scold somebody, but I be scolding the fuck out of it. Like, yo, why the fuck you always want to go out? every fucking Friday, you about to fight somebody. Like, sit the fuck down. Sit down. Stop. Don't go nowhere, bitch. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fuck it. But man, it's fun in some ways, and it just depends on what you're looking for. You want to have fun, get you a bad girl for sure. If you want to settle down, kids, house, like, get you a fucking good girl.
Yeah, that's the opposite side of it. Like, good girls don't party as hard
or
as much
as
the bad girl does. So if you like to go out, or if every now and again you want to go out, the good girl's probably gonna be like, we can go out, but let's go like a
sometimes. Oh, I don't want to drink. No.
Yeah.
It's late.
So it's tricky. Like in the ideal situation, I choose a good girl at heart that's able to show her ratchet side at times and shit.
Well, we can't mix them. That's just. Obviously everybody wants.
I said in the dream situation, that's what I would want.
Still. What you want? You want that?
Like every rapper and every R&B singer has been saying since 2001 and shit. I want a lady in the streets, but a freak in the streets and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know when that line became so popular, but I hate hearing it every time I do. And they try to
everybody
do
says it. Every girl want to like describe themselves as that. You're not a lady in the streets, because I saw you in the streets
with a freak in the streets.
I saw you what you were doing in the streets.
Right,
that wasn't very ladylike. You was out here stealing and shit. Like, no, that's not ladylike.
Fucking criminal.
Keying cars and throwing. No.
Sir, boy, too nice. Some people would say that in that type of situation we're talking about, white girls tend to be the good girls in the situation, and black girls tend to be the bad girl in the situation.
Okay.
My question to you is, if you were in a relationship, or if you had to be in a relationship, would you ever see yourself, or you're already in a relationship, could you see yourself being with a good girl if she's white, or would you prefer being with a black girl that's off the edge and brazy? And
so like would I so my
my
choice is
anybody?
The good girl is a white girl,
right,
and the bad girl is a black girl, huh? Shit. I think I'm gonna have to go with the bad girl though. I think I'm going to go with the bad girl.
Why so?
Because I don't know if I could date a white girl. Like, okay, is she like mixed or she's just straight white?
She's straight white, okay. But
she got pale skin. She been in the sun a little bit too much.
I'm gonna make this interesting for you.
Okay.
She is white at heart.
What kind? Oh, at heart.
Well, sorry, she's not white at heart. She's white in her appearance.
Okay.
She's not all the way. Like I'm getting to it. She's not all the way pale. She's Jessica Biel or Jessica Alba's skin tone.
Ah. See, I don't even know Jessica Alba's all the way white. Cause Jessica Alba's fine.
Says yeah.
All right.
She has that
you just
style.
throw a wrench in my shit.
Yeah, she got that style to her.
Okay.
And she was also raised in the same.
Spanish?
She was also raised in the same type of environment that you were raised around. Obviously, she can't relate to you because at heart y'all not black and shit. But she was raised in the same upbringing that you had. Would you be able to date a white woman like that over a black girl that's been raised? I guess not raised, but that is still ratchet like all the time. Would you be able to choose between one or the other, or would you choose between one or the other? Which one would you choose?
As far as what again?
One, a white girl that was raised in the same community as you, so she has a basic knowledge of what you go through. She may not be able to relate to you, but she has a basic knowledge of what you go through and shit. But she's able to. She's one of those that you can bring back home and shit and settle down with. Or would you choose someone who? Would you choose a black girl who just is always ready to pop off in every situation, regardless of whether you're around or not?
It's tough, man, because I've always had this thing where I'm not good. Like, I would never date a white girl. I'd fuck around with them, but I don't think I would ever date one. Only because when it comes to like real shit, you being able to relate to me or just relate to what I understand what I'm going through is a big issue. You know what I'm saying? If I come home like fucking upset because I got into the altercation with the cops, and you just like, well, you should have did this, you should have did that. Like, you don't understand the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big thing for me.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so the white girl that I pose to you knows the type of shit that you go through.
It's different though, because even if we're from the same neighborhood, like, you just talking with a ratchet accent doesn't make you hip to everything.
Oh, and I'm not saying I'm not saying she talk like she ratchet.
Well, I'm saying most of the people that would come from my type of neighborhood would have like, they talk like they ghetto and shit like that. That doesn't necessarily make you hip, like, because you don't experience it yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're aware that it happens, but at the same time, as you say that, do you feel? Obviously, black women go through discrimination, right? They feel it. But as far as like the police thing goes, this is one issue. This is one issue.
Okay, because I was gonna say, do you? Because I don't see a lot of black women getting pulled over by police, or at least they don't publicize it as much as I see black men getting pulled over by police. So although you say like a woman can't, or a white woman can't relate to you, a white woman can't relate to you.
Good job.
A white woman can't relate to you getting pulled over by the police. Do you feel like a black woman can relate a little bit more in that type of situation? Because they don't. It's not just often get pulled
police
over
situation
too.
Though, but it's just more. It's like everything that I had to deal with as being a black person in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll understand because there are black women in America. So like, that's relatable off rip. You know what I'm saying? So. Anything from like jobs to just altercation, just even like somebody, I'm walking down the street and just somebody looking at me funny, I'm doing something and somebody called the police on me, like those type of situations, they're not always gonna relate. The funny thing is, I've seen videos where like a white girl, a black dude was with a white girl in the car and they got stopped by the cops and the white girl just goes fucking loses it on the cop, like. You don't know how that situation can go left. He could just arrest the dude off rip, like, whoa, because she acting crazy, you're going to jail. Like, I don't know, man, but I just don't think I don't
But
know
if a black girl were to pop up like that, then both of y'all going to jail.
Both might end up going to jail anyway. Nobody popping off, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
So, as far as dating goes, so the main...
But she like Jessica Alba, but let me just say real quick, Jessica Alba's half Mexican.
Before you say that, the main topic that you posed to me was, would you be able to date somebody would you be able to do an interracial relationship? So not just the white girl, but anybody that's not black for you.
Yes.
Would you be able to do that?
Yes. Yes. I can date other races. I just don't know if I can date white.
Okay.
So.
What other race couldn't you see yourself? I guess.
Spanish.
What other race could you see yourself with?
Spanish.
Not Spanish and not.
What you mean not Spanish?
Because that's like a common go-to and shit.
Yeah, it's a race.
Y'all tend to be raised in the same community and shit. It's like y'all have the same.
So what? We're different races.
No.
Yes.
That's
so
too easy.
nah. So if I was gonna date outside of black, I would date a Spanish girl, or I would date a Filipino.
I hate you so much.
I would date a Filipino.
Why?
Because they close to Spanish people. They look like Spanish. So apparently, I just learned this. Apparently, like Spain conquered Philippines back in the day, and that's why a lot of the Philippines look like they Spanish.
Because it was like
They look like they half Asian, half because they got bodies. Them Philippine women got bodies.
They got interesting looks to them.
They nice, and they got some soul to them. Like I be hearing some of them sing. I'm like, yo, you got soul and shit.
Shit, when the fuck was the last time you heard a Filipino sing?
I can show you the video.
Okay.
I seen this Filipino girl singing Whitney Houston cover.
For me, I would not.
You would not date a white girl, or date out of your race?
I wouldn't settle down with a white. Well, yeah,
why?
I wouldn't settle down with a white girl.
Why?
Just because I'm not really attracted to him enough to be settling down.
Jessica Alba.
Yeah, I'm still not.
You're not attracted to Jessica Alba?
I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to a lot of white
women. You wake
women.
up to Jessica Alba every day?
No.
Really?
Oh wait, you.
Oh, that's
right.
right. Because
Jessica. Wait, Jessica Alba. Wait.
Alba.
Which one is Jessica Alba? That's the one that's in Fantastic Four, right? With the lips.
Yes.
Okay, I was thinking about Jessica Biel. Is she mixed with? You said she was mixed with what?
Half Mexican.
Yeah, in that situation, yeah, because she's mixed. But if she's like pure, full blown white, I don't think I'd be able to.
She look like that though, still.
No,
cause she got a little darker skin. You know what I'm saying? She's not pale white like fucking Casper and shit.
Yeah, but for me in this point in time, like
you like darkies. That's
I was
right.
gonna say I like
dark.
I like brown on my skin, or like I like brown on my women's skin. So they gotta have a complete different skin tone to them. It's not nothing against white people. It's just like obviously you don't have the same skin tone that I'm looking for.
It sounds like it's a lot of against white people.
No, it's not.
What you saying?
So because I don't.
Could you date a Spanish girl?
That's what I'm trying to think. I haven't before, so
you've never dated a Spanish girl?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
Yeah.
You missing out.
Right now, dating for me is like an investment. It's like a business endeavor. Like I gotta make sure this is gonna be a person I can settle down with and have kids with.
I think
shit.
okay.
For me, like I'm saying right now, like for me,
that's the thing. I think right now because you're still trying to find a lot of yourself still, you should just be dating. Get it all out.
I don't want.
And if you find that's because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket.
That's how I did when I went to college, and look at me now.
You put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was dumb.
I'm gonna go to King University. I might just like apply to other schools, but if I get accepted to King, then guess where I'm going, and guess where I went. So I'm not saying I would put all my eggs into one basket as I'm looking or as I'm searching for my dream partner, but ideally, so yeah, I would date interracially. Honestly, I've dated, or I've been around, or I've messed around with more Indian chicks than I have
that curry, huh?
any other race besides black and shit. So, I mean, also their skin tone is like different. No, I do like curry, but that's not the reason.
They have like bronze skin.
It's different. It's much different. It's much different than a black person's skin tone. But I don't know.
They smell like the normal Indian smell.
The ones that I've messed with, they don't have a unique fucking stink or
why you call it a stink
to them, because that's what you were trying to say and shit. Do they have like a smell?
I said their aroma. Like, I just want to know if they're the traditional. It's a traditional aroma that most Indian people give off. Do they have that?
The ones that I've dealt with, they smell like regular human beings with good fragrance.
So you saying that these Indians don't smell like human beings? Damn, that's I gotta clip this. This is gonna be
so
racist.
That's not what the fuck I said. So yeah, I would date interracially. I don't know if white. Yeah, man. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I would date a white woman. I would settle down with a white woman. I just have to cut off the rest of my family and shit. My family's like understanding for the most part, but I don't know.
How would your moms feel if you brought home a white girl?
So my mom might not be. She
pro-black?
She ain't like going out there. Well, she might go out there and protest and shit. So yeah, she's like pro-black, but
okay. So wait, would she care if you brought home a Spanish girl?
Probably not.
So as long as it's not a white girl.
Yeah.
I mean, all right.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and that's. I mean, at the end of the day, if it's a white one that makes me happy and I'm able to settle down with her, have kids with her, I've never really cared about when I'm choosing a woman to settle with. I've never really cared about what my mama would think in the situation. So
be the forced mama to like her.
Yeah, exactly. Even if she don't like it, like it's not her life.
You better like her. Like you. That's it.
Even if you don't like it, I just won't bring her around when you're here. So you still gonna love me regardless. So
could you date somebody that none of your family or friends fucked with?
Yeah, we just gotta move
from everybody.
Yeah.
You gonna really just pick up a move.
If it's somebody that makes me feel a type of way that I've never fucking felt before, then hell yeah.
But what if they didn't like her for a reason because they see some shit that you don't see? Like she just be doing foul shit and you be like, nah, bro, she be doing this, and you just don't believe.
I don't think there's no situation where like
would you believe your boy over your girl if they said some shit about your girl?
Probably.
You believe your boy first?
Yeah. So I would believe my friends over my family when it comes to that type of situation, because family only wants to see you with people that they see themselves with. Like your boy, like if it was just like B-Pat and he was like telling me like this girl ain't no good for you because he sees something different, like we're on separate planes, like as far as him and like my family and shit. So
you have certain friends, obviously, that you have certain friends where you hold their opinion higher than others, right?
Right.
So certain friends be like, fuck out of here.
Actually,
then you have other friends like, okay, I might.
The main person that I would take their opinion from will be my boy Sharif.
Okay.
If Sharif was to tell me, yeah, because Sharif is, you know how we said like Ty and Aaron was good dudes. The dudes we have on the show.
Hey yo, who's Ty?
Sharif is a good dude. Like he knows. He's older. He's a little bit older than me. I think he might be the same age as you. So he knows a little bit more about people and shit. So his opinion on people like matters a little bit more than like everybody else's does. So if Sharif was someone, So if Sharif was someone to tell me like, yo, she's no good for you. Like I can tell from a distance, like she only wants you for this and that and shit. I'd be like, yo, Sharif knows. So I would trust Sharif's opinion over somebody else.
Even if like him or anybody else were to tell you somebody is good for you, if you don't feel anything, you're not gonna go pursue that, because I've told you who was good for you before.
We're not talking about that situation. We're talking about interracial. We're talking about a whole separate type of situation.
That wasn't what you just said, though.
That's what this topic is about.
It was, but we kind of got off on the tangent.
That's because you like to go. Go off.
Listen. Like,
so in this particular situation, if I'm dealing with somebody that's not of my race and I see myself being able to date her and somebody else,
if I came across a white girl,
and
I feel like, yo, she'd be really good for Tommy. I'm like, yo, you'd be a really good match for her. And I'm like, yo, you should date this person. Y'all should let's go out because she likes you.
Is she cute?
Yeah.
Will I be attracted to her?
She's not a darkie.
It's like two different stories and shit.
I mean, she's not a darkie, but you know what I'm saying?
That's not a good term. That's not a good term to use.
It's not racist. I'm dark skinned, so I can say it.
You're not dark skinned though.
I'm dark skinned.
You're brown.
So like, all right. So what kind of white girls would you like? Do you like the blonde hair, the black hair? I don't think I like the blonde hair.
It's not a type of white girl. It's just a different hair.
Their hair dictates how they act.
Okay, no, it doesn't.
It does. With the blonde, was it the blonde white girls are more dumb or some shit like that, right? Their airheads.
I don't know. I've met. I don't want to talk about this.
Wait. Don't you feel like sometimes light skinned people act different from dark skinned people?
Correct.
It's the same thing with white people in their hair.
I feel like that's not true because people can change their hair color.
Yeah, but they're natural. Like you don't, but you don't really. You're not able to change your hair until like you're in like high school, because like your parents will never give you permission to do that shit when you're younger.
You just saying random shit, huh?
I'm for real. Okay, you gonna give your kid permission to dye their fucking hair when you're 10, 9? No. Are you? Would you?
Like black kids nowadays are dyeing their hair blonde at the age of 10.
That's facts though. That shit just made me mad just now. Cause every black kid got a little bowl cut. Everyone got a little mushroom dude.
They got the Jimmy Butler cut at least.
Yeah,
where
fuck all you who got your kid. Man, fuck all that shit. I hate that. I hate it. Like I've never only time I've ever really wanted to look like somebody else was probably AI. That era where I wanted braids, I had the fucking church sock on like a sleeve. That's the only time I ever wanted to look like somebody else.
And to keep with that, people. So as far as the interracial dating goes, you said you would. I say I would. It depends on the situation.
Right.
More than likely we would though. But to go on to that Allen Iverson.
I said I wouldn't. I wouldn't date a white girl. But
you said you. I said interracial.
Okay. Okay.
So to jump to that Allen Iverson statement, a lot of people, because we're talking about sports, or because we were talking about sports earlier, a lot of people tend to give Iverson a lot of praise, and I'm an Allen Iverson fan. He's my favorite player of all time, but he gets a lot of praise, and I feel like it's undeserved. He gets the type of praise that champions get, and he was never a champion, and people feel as though he was the best shooting guard of all time, which he is not.
But you have to look at Allen Iverson's situation. When he faced off, I think it was 2000. When he faced 2001.
Oh, the criminal. So all the criminal charges and shit. Stop you in your tracks.
Hold on, real quick. But when he was playing the Lakers went undefeated that fucking playoff.
That playoff run,
swept every fucking body, and Allen Iverson with a team of fucking nobodies.
Definitely a team of nobodies.
Managed to take one from them. Allen Iverson is fucking great. People don't want to give him credit, but he was great.
No, people give him credit for it.
They want to give him as much credit, but I see all the time.
Too much credit for that one win.
I feel like the opposite. I feel like they always trying to say, "Oh, this person's better than AI. This person's better than AI."
They probably are.
That shit's trash. No, that shit's trash. Allen Iverson was putting up 50, 60 fucking points like it was nothing.
Allen Iverson back then was the modern day Russell Westbrook. It's the point where he puts up a lot of numbers. Well, at least for Iverson, he put up a lot of scoring numbers. That's my
Westbrook
point. Does rebound and assists.
That's my thing. AI can get buckets. Nobody's stopping him.
Yes, but my thing is, Allen Iverson was never built to be a person where you can take just Allen Iverson and win a championship with.
He was almost that guy, though.
No, he wasn't.
He almost was that guy.
No, he wasn't.
There is no one person that can do that, though, honestly.
Don't tell fucking Michael Jordan fans that.
Though. But then even when we talk about that, when Michael Jordan retired off of that Bulls team, those Bulls teams still made the semifinals.
Because that team was good.
They were good. Pippen was fucking good.
Pippen was great.
Pippen was a Hall of fucking Famer. Facts.
Jordan wouldn't win those championships without
him.
Scottie
That's
Pippen.
A fact.
And people don't. I feel like people don't give Scottie Pippen enough
credit because
respect.
Jordan overshadowed him. It's like if Kyrie would have stayed under LeBron, Kyrie would be looked at as fucking Pippen because and Kyrie's great.
Yeah,
Kyrie's great. He's okay now. This season, he's not super great right now, but he's playing okay. You know what I'm saying? But my point is I feel like Allen Iverson Allen Iverson is the best player to never get a ring.
The biggest thing that Allen Iverson did...
The best player to never get a ring is AI.
The biggest thing AI did for sports or for the culture in general was he bought his signature swag to the NBA, which is why I think people give him the credit that he does on the court.
I was having this debate with one of my boys. Who do you feel like was the most influential player? I feel like it was Allen Iverson.
Between what?
All time.
It
came down between AI and MJ, but I feel like it was AI.
So off the court, it was definitely Allen Iverson because like I said, everybody dressed like Allen Iverson dressed, but because he bought it in front of the cameras on the main stage and shit, he bought hip hop to the main culture in the sports world and shit. MJ never really did that. MJ, for the most part, was all about himself, and he was probably the best. Well, not probably. He was the greatest winner. When it comes to winning championships and putting the team on his back when it was needed, but he still needed help around him. So off the court, Allen Iverson was definitely the most influential when it comes to that front. Honestly, right now, and I feel like he's not going to get the respect until he retires, Steph Curry on the court is the most influential player.
No.
Yes, he is.
Influential? In what way?
Him and the Warriors changed the way that basketball is played throughout the world right now. People are strategizing to beat or to play five-out basketball. I don't know if that's
influence, though. That
team is influential.
That sounds like a counter strategy. Like, that's not influence, though. Like, people have always shot the ball. That's not influence.
People always shot the ball, but people didn't always shoot threes like the Warriors do right now. He wasn't the person
that, to shoot threes. People always shot threes. He wasn't a person that made people want to work on their day three. He wasn't.
I feel like he is.
No, he was not.
Because Steph Curry.
Okay.
Because when people look at Steph Curry, they see that he's 6'3", but people see him as being the same height as they are, so they feel like they can do the same thing that Steph Curry does on the court. So when Steph Curry pulls up from three, they feel like I can pull up from three too.
The person who was more influential when it came to people being small, AI. Because AI was small, but he was fucking up everybody bigger than him.
AI was small, but he didn't change the game.
He did change the game.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he fucking did.
No, he didn't. What aspect of NBA or of basketball?
He made handles more important than anything. People was working on their handles crazy because AI was small, able to get to the bucket like that. So when you see Kyrie, Dwayne Wade, like these people were fucking children of AI. Facts. Like he made it important. He made it that important because he was like, yo, when you small, you can't necessarily do much against bigger people. But he made that whole fucking that stigma go away. You could be small and still fuck up everywhere and get 60, 50 points like it's nothing. He would put up 50 points like it's nothing. I'm just saying, without a whole bunch of threes.
He put up 40 points like it was nothing.
He put up a lot of 50 point games. Let me go ahead and Google that real quick.
So yeah, I see your point on that. There were a lot of people that cherished or put handling above everything else when Iverson came to the game. So yeah, you're right. People were dribbling around in high school, or not in high school, but in grade school,
so
dribbling around the basketball.
Real quick, Allen Iverson is 4th in most 50-point games. 4th.
With how many?
Huh?
With how many?
11.
So my thing is Steph Curry and Klay Thompson could get those numbers on a nightly basis, but because they're up by 50 points by the end of the third quarter, Steve Kerr takes him out. So that number, that 50 number, it's a really good number, but nowadays it doesn't really do as much. Who?
Will?
Well, yeah, he averaged like 50 in like a season or 30 in a season. 50.
118.
That was when he was playing amongst a bunch of little.
Good boy,
like I said, one of those seasons he averaged like 50 and shit. So yeah,
okay.
Right now, even more than LeBron James, Steph Curry is more influential right now in today's NBA and in the world of basketball because people relate to him more, just like they did relate to Iverson back in the day. The difference is, Steph Curry is winning championships.
Well, in the team around him. He has a team of all-stars. I think that's what I'm saying.
You can put that team around Steph Curry because he's unselfish. With Iverson, he always had that stigma like he was selfish.
I don't think it's. Again, I don't necessarily think it's influence. I think it's like I think it's like it's easy to learn how to shoot. And I'm not saying that
it's easy to learn how to shoot, but it ain't easy to knock down 3-pointers like Steph Curry.
Okay, I'm not saying that his job is easy, but I'm just saying that like you can literally train yourself to be a good shooter. Like, if you wanted to work on your threes, you can literally work on your threes and become great at shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? If you worked hard enough, because Steph Curry does work hard. I'm not taking nothing from him. But, like, his entire team, he has a fucking team of good three-point shooters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's got two all-time great. Well, he's got two all-time great shooters
Klay,
now.
Durant, like, they're all great three-point shooters. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why KD went to that team because he knew
I'm gonna shoot
as
threes.
proven.
I'll fuck up one day. Klay can get 50. Kerr can get 50 like it's nothing. So I mean, I get it, but I don't think that he was a game. I don't think he changed the game. I just feel like he kind of like opened. He made it more valuable.
So let me pose this question to you.
I want to sound contradicting myself, but I don't think
let me pose this question to you. And everybody that's looking or watching this video right now, who's better, Steph Curry or Allen Iverson?
Like, you know, at what?
As an all-around basketball player,
I
Steph
feel like
Curry, Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
And why do you say that?
Because I feel like
No, it's difficult because I was in a group chat. Like I'm still in the group chat, but they be talking about nonsense. They don't know nothing about basketball. I was in that group chat a few months ago, and we were talking about differences between Chris Paul and
okay. Let me
Allen
say this
Iverson.
real quick. I don't want to lose my train of thought. If Curry's shot is not falling, then he's, you know what I'm saying, he can't do much.
He can still get to the basket and
But his shit can get like blocked like easily because he's not athletic. So, you know what I'm saying, he can dribble, but he can only do it with someone. His style of play is to dribble enough to create space to shoot.
Right.
Allen Iverson, he can get buckets, period. So, his off day, he can probably like 30, 20, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we've seen games where Curry's shot wasn't falling, and he left the game with maybe double, like low, like 15, even single digits at times. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a team to rely around. But Allen Iverson was more of an alpha player. Like, give me the ball, I'm fucking scoring, and nobody's stopping me.
My thing is
that mindset that he had, like that mentality was great. I feel like if he would have kept that mentality throughout the entirety of his career, he would have had a ring.
Nah, he did keep that mentality.
He didn't.
That's the problem. No. He kept that mentality.
He didn't. He didn't
want to be unselfish.
No, he lost it because he stopped the practice thing. I feel like that was a big thing. The practice thing was a big thing.
Allen Iverson was never built to be a champion in that regards. So what I would say is I would choose.
Well, I disagree because you know how I would compare it to.
You can't really disagree because
Carmelo.
And Carmelo wasn't built to be a champion either.
But Carmelo
obviously
doesn't do what it takes to become a champion.
And neither was Iverson. Iverson wasn't willing to come off the bench towards the end of his career when he was trying to sign with Memphis and Detroit for some reason. He was never willing to be that second fiddle. He always wanted to be a starter in that situation. That same mentality, they couldn't get past them that one time or that one point in time where both Melo and Iverson were great and they played on the same team together. When they had when
JR.
That was like
that team should have got a ring.
That was probably their best chance, and they still got knocked out of the first round. So they were never. Those two guys were never built to win a championship. When I say this, I don't care how y'all feel about it. When I say this, react how y'all want to feel. I feel like Steph Curry is the better player overall. Because one, he's bigger than Allen Iverson. So even though both of them defensively, on-ball defense, were not the greatest defenders of all time, Iverson did lead the league in steals, but it was more so his speed or his quickness.
That's
from
that says
from being in the past. No, like he wasn't locking down people. Like if you put Allen Iverson on somebody, they would chew him up more than likely. Because he was a shooting guard.
Not the way they chew up Steph. Not the way they chew up Steph.
They don't chew up Steph right now.
What the fuck they do?
No, they don't.
Steph don't get on knees. Steph does not have knees.
Iverson doesn't have height.
It doesn't matter. It's not about that.
Iverson's 6 foot tall.
He's still tall. He's quick.
Most shooting guards are 6'6" and taller. So you're not going to be able to lock somebody down that's 6 inches taller than you and heavier than you. So with that, I would say Steph Curry is a little bit better on ball.
No, he's not good at defense. Steph is
None of them are good at defense.
I feel like but Steph is not leading the league in steals.
Correct. So when it comes to the shooting aspect of things,
or even came close,
you can say that if Steph Curry has an off night, he may not be able to do anything else. But when's the last, how often does Steph Curry have an off night? And also because Steph Curry is shooting threes as opposed to twos, when he catches fire, the game gets out of hand quicker than when Allen Iverson catches fire. Because Allen Iverson used to finish at the rim and shoot mid ranges, but with that mentality and with that scoring, his teams were always in close battles. So Allen Iverson going off for 50, the team might win by maybe 3 to 10 points or whatever. If Steph Curry goes off for 50, that team is winning by 30 points. So Steph Curry is able to influence the game around him, and everybody has to adjust to him shooting threes or pulling up for threes more than having to compensate for Allen Iverson going off for 2-pointers.
No, that's not true.
Or shooting free throws.
Because when Allen Iverson is hot, they double and team him, they triple team him, and he's still getting to the basket.
And the game is still close at the end of the day.
Okay, because they're playing by
so that's either a win or a loss in that situation.
It doesn't matter.
When Steph Curry catches fire, even when he's not on fire, when he's pulling out, that team is still going. Like Steph Curry is still going to win.
That's not true though.
Yes,
but that depends on his teammates. Allen Iverson carried his teammates.
Do you think Allen Iverson?
If Allen Iverson had the teammates that Steph Curry had, it would be fucking.
If Allen Iverson was on the Warriors team that lost to the Cavaliers
in his prime, they would have fucking won.
I don't think so.
Nobody can stop him in his prime. Who can stop AI?
That doesn't matter. Everybody else around him. Allen Iverson can't score all the points.
He can. He did.
No, he can't. And they didn't win anything. That's what I'm saying. People get this mentality like Allen Iverson can score all these points. It doesn't matter. Everybody around his team wasn't able to get off. So you can, your coach will say, let Iverson go off.
Put him on the Warriors. You just put him on the Warriors.
I put him on the Warriors with Klay Thompson.
If he's on that Warriors, he doesn't have to score all the points, but he can. He can. He gets to the bucket at will.
That team, take Steph Curry off the Warriors that lost to the Cavaliers a few years ago and put Iverson there, and they still don't win a championship. Even that first year, I feel like they wouldn't win the championship when Kyrie went down and when Kevin Love went down because LeBron was so much better than everybody else on that court. So if you put Iverson surrounded by a Klay Thompson or Iguodala and Draymond, that team still is not good enough to beat just LeBron. So Iverson is a great player by himself, but he was never built or he was never good enough, as proven, to win a championship.
No, I don't believe that.
It happened.
I don't agree with it. Yeah, I don't.
You don't have to agree with it. He didn't win a championship
because he was missing pieces, though. Like obviously, he was missing.
They were never going to get him pieces because he was never able to work with the pieces. We're talking
about like over like 17 years ago. Like he was, if he had a decent squad, Okay, so the way I equate this is Allen Iverson in 2001 versus the Lakers was like LeBron last year versus the Celtics Warriors.
And every other season
he had nothing to work with.
Every other season after that, they were never close to that greatness. No matter how great Allen Iverson was.
My point is after that, well, that alone, they Cavaliers had nobody. LeBron pretty much did everything himself. That Philly team
had less than nobody.
Fucking nobody. They had like janitors and shit. And water boys.
But they had Mutombo.
But Mutombo was old at that point.
Mutombo was much older when he played for the Rockets 10 years later.
Yeah, but he was still old. He wasn't the same Mutombo. Mutombo was like damn near 50.
He wasn't 50 when he played the Lakers at all.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think Allen Iverson was better than Steph Curry. I think people disagree because the whole 3-point epidemic right now, but...
Exactly, it's an epidemic. There was never a mid-range epidemic with Allen
Iverson. Yeah, but that wasn't his game. It was a little guy with crazy handles. Everybody wanted handles after that. Everybody.
And everybody that had handles doesn't win anything.
What?
Anybody who had well, besides Kyrie, but Kyrie played with LeBron. Kyrie doesn't win that without LeBron.
Crazy handles though. Get to the bucket. Even Steph has good handles. It's
nice to look at, but it doesn't win. Even Steph has good handles.
If Steph didn't have the handles that he has, he wouldn't be as good as he is.
Yeah, duh. If Iverson didn't have the handles, he wouldn't be as good as he is.
But that's not his game, though. His game is that 3-pointer. But because Steph was so small, he had to learn how to, maneuver. He had to create space. So he needed to work on his handles, like really, really well, in order to create space to shoot that shot.
So my thing is, Steph Curry is more influential in the NBA than Allen Iverson is in that NBA, but Allen Iverson, I will agree, was more influential when it comes to basketball outside of or off the court, and also for the younger generation than Steph Curry is. But we'll see as Steph Curry advances in his career. I don't know how to transition from this, but whatever. You sent me a text message the other day. I guess jumping back to the Jimmy Butler thing, people were saying that he wouldn't get along with his teammates because they aren't great shooters. But my thing was, you don't have to always get along with the people that you work with. My question to you is, or the question that you also posed to me was, How many coworkers? That was the worst transition I have ever done in my life.
That was, yeah. I was like, where'd you go with this?
I tried, man. How many coworkers?
That I didn't get along with? All of them? I mean, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I tried so hard. How many coworkers? How many coworkers have you slept with?
It doesn't even
How many coworkers have you slept with? What's the question you posed?
Oh, I forgot about that. That's wild.
I tried so hard to transition.
I think that
out of that talk.
I think what I sent you was a little different than that direct question.
Oh no, that was exactly what that question said.
I don't think it was. Was it?
Yes.
I don't think it was.
It was the caption on the actual.
I think it was
question.
like, "Would you sleep with coworkers?"
It wasn't.
Something like that.
You probably sent me a question that said that, but
okay.
the picture itself.
How many did I sleep with? Damn.
What I said.
So for one, I'm not very big on sleeping with coworkers, but I've done it a lot. I'm like,
sounds like you're big on it.
Obviously, I haven't.
Showed me.
Okay, I guess I did. Okay, so I guess because I think I don't like to compromise the work area, so I don't like to do it. But you know what I'm saying, sometimes you just come across that person that you vibing with, and because y'all work together every day, he's like, all right, you know what I'm saying. Y'all work together, like you ever just hang.
Might as well stick it in her.
Right.
What else we gonna do?
You ever just
we just gonna work here?
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you mad fun to chill and kick it with. Y'all want to hang out outside of work? And you say, yeah? Damn. They already, like, setting yourself up. Now you're at the 3-point line. You said, yeah.
Yeah, now you're at the 3-point line. Will you be Steph Curry or will you be Allen Iverson?
That depends on how that night goes. So we go out, you know what I'm saying? We go to the bar. Shit like that. Shit is good. We get some drinks. Then we get hookah. But we share the same little thing.
Oh, y'all nasty.
Now I'm Steph.
Y'all nasty.
Now I'm Steph.
Y'all sharing the same tips. Ew.
Now I'm Steph. Now it's set. And then you gotta show her what the shotgun is. You know what that shotgun is?
No. What the hell is a shotgun? That sounds like close range.
This is my move back in the day. So when I would take girls to get hookah, because girls used to love hookah. So
they still do.
You smoking hookah, right? And they like, oh, so do you know what the shotgun is? And they be like, no, what's that? So shotgun is when you just blow the smoke directly in their mouth. Oh. So you gotta show them how to do that. Mm. But they think, oh, this nigga just kissed me. Like, no, I didn't.
You trying to kiss me?
No, I didn't. That was a shotgun.
No, I didn't.
That was my move.
Ew, nigga, I don't want to kiss you. Oh, no, it's a shotgun.
100% of the time it worked. 100% of the time. I was kind of scared if it didn't work. Like, if
it didn't work,
I was trying to show you. You want to know what it was? You asked what the shotgun was.
You asked me. I was like,
I'll show you what it was.
I was going to show you.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I've had a sex with a couple.
So for me, I've only been with like one. Although I've wanted to mess with other ones when I was in
recently.
When I was in school, shut up. When I was in school, I wanted to mess with a couple. Right now, like
the
place
was
that
in
I'm
school, still none.
No.
Damn.
There's people outside of work. When I'm at work, I got a totally different personality as opposed to when I'm outside of work. Like when I'm at work, I'm Thomas. Outside of work, I'm Tommy. So you get the bare minimum. Yeah, exactly. You get the bare minimum of me at work. Like I'm just trying to get in, do my job, and get out. If I make friendships with people in this school, and I'll rock with you outside of work, but I don't really like deliberately talk to somebody outside of my job. Most of the people that I'm dealing with at work, at least right now, are in a relationship anyway, and it's not that many women on my job right now.
Are there any that you would?
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
You did not hesitate.
You just throw that.
No hesitation.
You throw that one sign. It's like two white girls too. You throw one sign out there, and it's like, all right, I'm in there. So yeah, there would be people that I would mess with, but right now I've only messed with one of them.
You ever shot a shot at a white girl?
I had hair from a white girl before, but I didn't really have to shoot my shot with that one.
I mean, I fucked a white girl before too, but I think she wanted more than I did.
So I've never really like text back and forth with a white girl like that before. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but I haven't done so far in my life. So yeah, as far as the coworker things go, only one.
But you don't have a problem with it?
Nah, I don't. You tend to make it like a policy, even if y'all not talking to each other. You just might as well because y'all work in the same environment, whatever.
Well, I don't see. This is the thing. So I haven't done it obviously in like 7, 8 years or 6, 7 years, something like that. I haven't done it in a long time. But when I did do it, I was always the guy who I would tell myself I shouldn't do this. You know what I'm saying? But you don't. It's very rare where I've worked to have like really fine ass coworkers. But when you get a fine ass coworker, you know what I'm saying, and y'all vibing, and y'all agree to go outside of work, like the chips is falling in place. Like what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? There's only one thing left to do with that.
Chips gonna fall. Might as well pick them up.
You know what I'm saying? Like what a Dorito? What we talking about? Like so.
So I
I ate the chips
for our one gotta stay or go for this episode. We can do one of two things. We can either go the rapper route or we can go the R&B women's route. Which one do you want to do?
Didn't we do R&B women last time or something?
We did.
Let's do the other round. Rappers.
Right. So you sent me a picture a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
The question was one got to go between Wayne, T.I., Joe Budden, and Ludacris.
Joe Budden.
What?
You got to go.
Oh, like I said, we switch it up around there like we did last week. I'm not saying one got to go.
Oh, okay.
I say
we'll get to stay.
Which one out of those will stay? Okay. So between Lil Wayne, T.I., Budden, and Luda.
Lil Wayne, T.I. Lil Wayne. I think Lil Wayne stayed.
Why so?
I think Lil Wayne was, well, for one, he was the most successful, the most influential, and probably put out the best music out of all of them.
He definitely, well, yeah, he put out the most or more hits out of all these guys for sure. I was going to try to debate between them and him and Ludacris. Ludacris back in the 106 and Park days, like Ludacris shit was hitting, but when we was in college, yeah, what was that? The Carter
3
was that what it was?
3.
That whole album
crazy
had
no ceilings,
all hits.
Remember No Ceilings? Oh, that shit. When you start the fucking song with the lighter flick, that was just wild. That was wild, son. That was wild. That shit used to get we used to go to the club and you hit a little lighter flick. You knew what it was. It had to be Wayne.
So damn, with that, I mean, yeah.
Gotta be. I mean, there's no debate that way. It gotta be Wayne.
gotta be Wayne. Especially, like I said, in college, like that was the shit we used to rock out to. Hold on, let me pull up the track list like you did last week for 8701. I gotta pull up iTunes. Hopefully my music is on here. Because there was a lot of hits on Carter 3.
Yeah. Like Lil Wayne was, I think because he took this big break from making music and he just came back. People, I don't think people forgot because literally he influenced this whole new generation of rappers. Like
as far as like the sound, yeah, you might.
Yeah, the mumbling, the harmonizing. So
it was a little bit different. Like people rap now how Lil Wayne talks. Lil Wayne didn't always rap.
Well, no, he did though because when Lil Wayne was heavy on lean at times.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the list right now.
Fire, fire. But he definitely influenced the dreads, the tattoos on the face, all Lil Wayne, all that shit's Lil Wayne. You know what's funny? I didn't realize this until like somebody one of the rappers said it, but Soulja Boy influenced a lot of rappers too.
As far as what?
You wouldn't think so, but Soulja Boy was like in the game for damn near like 15 years.
I think if you're talking about as far as him influencing things, as far as like the dancing part of things.
Well, no, not just that. The rappers, like a lot of the who was it? Lil Yachty, Ugly God,
The only way I can see Soulja influencing people is if it's the point where you can say, I don't have to be the best lyricist and shit to be a successful rapper. If
and
that's
a lot of rappers are not lyricists now.
Yeah, then
and a lot of the music they make is just to dance and vibe to. I think that because I went to high school in the South. So I listened to more Soulja Boy than people who were up in North New Jersey would have. So I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I was in high school, I would vibe off to the fucking Soulja Boy.
Back when you know what I'm saying? The whole mixtape.
Whole fucking mixtape.
Never mind.
Nah, son.
Never mind.
When y'all heard Superman, that was old.
Yeah,
it was old to us. Like we like. Psh,
that was before like social media popped off. Shit,
that was my shit. I used to fucking like Soldier Boy.
Let me just read off some of the hits that the Carter 3 had. So you had Mr. Carter.
Okay.
With Jay-Z.
Right. Fire.
You had Mrs. Officer with Bobby Valentino.
Fire.
You had Lollipop, which
Fire
did a thing too. You had Comfortable.
This shit is strong, yo.
You had Comfortable. And probably the biggest.
Sorry guys,
the most remixed song I can remember. A Millie was on that album. So yeah.
Fucking
out of the 4 that I posted you,
I
didn't make the portion, you posted, but yeah. Off of that one album alone, like Lil Wayne
greatness
is the only one
that shit just
that you can choose out of them.
Like, come on, bro, who's better? Nobody.
Like, wow.
Nobody. Like,
and he don't get the respect. Like you said, he took that break for these past few years. He came out with what was it, 6? But
5.
Was it 5?
5.
Okay, he came out with 5, but
I thought it was fire.
No, what I'm saying, like 3
is classic. There's no debate.
You put that on the wall as greatest of all time, one of the greatest albums of all time. So yeah, for that one has to say it wasn't too difficult. T.I., you got some good hits. Button, I don't know how many.
Pump it up.
Okay.
But you know what? Okay, I will say this about Joe Budden, right?
I think with Button is more so with the podcast thing and everything. I
like his personality. I listened to his music back when I was in like high school because he was from New Jersey and I was in Virginia, and it was big for me to rep New Jersey when I was in Virginia. That's just because it just goes that way when you're out of state. So when he had that song "Fire," let me just make this statement loud and clear: Jersey's here. I was fucking blasting that shit just to let people know I'm from Jersey. So
that's it.
I listened to a lot of the mood music shit. And a lot of that shit was good, but I mean, well, you can't compare it to the other niggas, though. No fucking way. So
and Luda
had
hits too. Oh, Luda had definitely had hits.
Luda or T.I., who you getting rid of?
Style.
Who you keeping? Luda or T.I.?
I'll probably between the two of them. I would probably get rid of Luda.
Over you keep T.I.?
Yeah, I keep T.I.
What's that definitive thing that's gonna make you keep T.I. over Luda?
So musically wise, I think Luda might have more hits than T.I., but T.I. has hits for one, and two, as a person, like I said this before, I'd rather have a sit down, like a conversation with T.I. over pretty much anybody else in hip hop, and also his acting, not his acting, but ATL
music.
When I do this one gotta go thing, I take everything. I take everything.
His daughter cute. No, nigga, none of that shit.
When I do this one gotta go thing, I take everything into account. So ATL was one of my favorite movies and shit. And
T.I. Fuck that movie. Music.
You don't mean that.
Huh?
You don't mean that. Okay.
You know what's funny? I was never a big fan of Lauren London.
Oh, I don't care about Lauren London either, but still that movie.
Yo, people get so offended when I say that. I didn't care about Lauren London.
Yeah, like, for me, it's a licensing thing, but... Yeah, as far as the music,
because you hate light-skinned girls.
On the music side of things, I would still probably choose T.I. over Luda. I've listened to more T.I. than I have Luda. So
you know why I would keep Luda?
Why is that?
So you remember when they were beefing? T.I. and Luda was beefing.
King of the South type deal?
Something like that. I don't know, but so they were even putting little diss tracks against each other, right? Mm-hmm. So Young Buck had that song "Stomp." Remember that song "Stomp"? No. I hear you talking, but you about to get that ass stomp? Mm-mm. No? Okay. So, Young Buck had that song "Stomp." He had T.I. and Luda both on the song. They were dissing each other on the song. But Ludacris fucking killed him, son. Oh my God, but please get off the TIP of my dick. Like, that shit was crazy.
That shit was crazy. I feel like he used that line in another song too. But yeah, for that.
That was that song. It was that song. Like, because T.I., if people don't know, T.I. would call himself T.I.P. He used to spell his name all the time. So Luda killed him with the please say all the T.I.P. my dick. That was crazy. I'm sorry, but like back then it was crazy. Like now, it's cool.
T.I.P. dick.
But when I first heard that shit, I threw everything in the air. Like, oh my God, he killed him. He fucking killed him on the same song.
Papers, notebook papers everywhere.
Yo. That's back when you used to have to like record the song on the computer. You had to like press the tape record, and you had to play that shit. Yo, you heard this shit?
Where'd you find this?
Mad scratchy and shit. Like, yo, shit, he fucking killed him. But I think I like Luda better. Like, Luda used to make fun music. Like, Luda's music was fun.
Right.
And he had bars.
So I was going to say, like,
and he had bars.
His music video style was like the Missy Elliott for men. Because he had all big chains, big head. He had the big head, and like he over exaggerated everything. What's up?
I'm gonna get you in the back seat, windows up. That's the way you like the fog. Fog alert. Rip the pants and rip the shirt. Rough sex, make it hurt. In the garden, all in the dirt. Roll around, Georgia Brown. That's the way that I like it. That was my fucking thing, man. That was fucking Luda. God damn it, I can't get rid of Luda ever.
Right. But yeah, now that I think about it.
But for Lil Wayne, I can get rid of Luda.
Yeah, we talking hits between T.I. and Luda then.
That song, What's Your Fantasy?
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
What's your fantasy?
But between the four of them, one gotta say is over T.I., Ludacris, and Joe Budden is Lil Wayne. There's no debating on. From us, there's no debating on that front. So that's finna do it. That's gonna do it. Shout it,
Word. So let's
do it for another episode.
Shout out to the
Refunds podcast.
we gotta do a mumble podcast, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, all I gotta do is finish a cup.
Niggas not going. I don't care what you say. Keep my name. Put some respect on my name. I mean, so that was it for another.
Yeah, I love how these niggas be talking shit, but they be like combining words and shit. Pussy ass nigga.
Niggas be in the comment section. What did he say? He said pussy ass nigga. It's loud and clear. Pussy ass nigga, like on the front, like on the rear front light.
So yeah, we want to thank you guys, thank the listeners who are rocking with us. Thank you guys, the viewers, the listeners on SoundCloud, the listeners on Spotify, iTunes Music,
iTunes,
all that shit.
Get yourself an iPhone. If you already got an iPhone, get an iPhone.
No Refunds podcast, right around there somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
$.
With the $.
Oh, that reminds me. $. And Jeremiah got a mix something out right now.
Oh yeah,
I was listening to that on the way over here. That was a dope album. That's it for that.
I did listen to it too, and that is a dope album. Also, real quick, I listened to her finally.
I mean, I didn't.
You didn't listen to
There's a lot of shit, man.
Matter of fact, she just dropped a new thing.
Too much.
She dropped like a 3-song EP.
It's not enough.
Obviously, nothing she ever put out enough, which is why I got rid of her ass. And the last time we did the little R&B shit, but I listened to the part 2 of the thing, and that was decent. The part 1 was obviously better. She put out like a 3-song thing. I did not listen to that yet. I'll listen to that and I'll get back to you guys next week. Give y'all my honest review about this shit.
Right. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out Jeremiah and $. Make sure you follow the No Refunds
Jeremiah
podcast.
Ty $, and it's produced by Young Berg and A1, and y'all may not like Young Berg, but Young Berg can make some fucking music. He can make some beats. So let me just put that out there in the atmosphere.
We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Until next time, deuces, y'all.